Hello, my name is Adriana Bonilla, and my coursemate is Estefania Ganduglia. This is our presentation for the course Upping Your Lessons. For our final activity, we have chosen the second option. We chose option B. It's for a group of fifth graders, 25 students, 3 of which are dyslexic. The thematic unit is art. We chose this particular topic for our final project because we think art is a really appealing topic for our students.
Well, the general competences that we are going to use in these lessons are communication, creative thinking, critical thinking, and digital citizenship. The specific competences are oral and written skills, awareness of the topic with a reflexive perspective in our learners, opinions, thoughts, and interaction among the students, and digital alphabet user.
Our learning goals are to introduce art-related vocabulary, to work with different art forms, to introduce a student to untraditional art forms that they may not be familiar with, and to make them reflect and develop their productive skills by asking them to express opinions and preferences.
These are some assumptions about the background knowledge our students have. The students may know some concepts related to art. The students are familiar with some famous works, and they already know how to express opinions.
We are going to be using some images as visual aids. We chose images on traditional art forms. Then they are going to be using laptops or tablets for the games and the activities. We have prepared 2 EducaPlay games. One of them is a word search and the other one is a map quiz. Then we are going to be using some resources designed with Canva. The first one is related to dirty card art. The second one is related to body fluid art. And the last one is related to another untraditional art forms.
Since we have dyslexic students in our class, we have to implement some strategies for differentiating instructions, and these are visual and auditory clear explanations, accurate vocabulary according to the student's level, allow a collaborative atmosphere to accomplish the task, and use different colors.
We are going to provide phonetic pronunciation as well as extra time to finish each activity. The instructions are going to be simple and we are going to shorten the length of each task. We are going to be monitoring our students' progress while doing the activities. And of course, we are going to be taking into consideration the different learning styles. That's why we're going to target different senses, working with videos, infographics, and text with illustrations.
So we are going to share the answers for these questions. How will we use the interactive games? When will we implement it and why? Well, the interactive games will be set during the practice stage of the lesson. Students will demonstrate if they achieve the different forms of art classification and then accomplish the games. And we are going to do this during the augmentation stage. So students will use videos, images, and interactive games in order to enhance their learning process and use technology to improve their results as well. As a warm-up and presentation, the teacher asks students and writes on the board, "What do you think art is?" Then the teacher writes the students' ideas on the board while they participate. Then it shows pictures with different forms of traditional art like architecture, literature, music, painting, sculpture, and theater. And these are the images that we're going to show. Then the teacher asks the students to get in pairs or trios, and using the words from the brainstorming, we are going to write a short definition of art. The teacher asks the students to share the definitions with the class orally, and then the teacher asks the students to think in traditional versus untraditional art forms and gives the students new vocabulary with images for them to have more ideas. The teacher asks students to play 2 Educa play games, a word search, and a map quiz, as Adriana said earlier, with vocabulary on art forms. These are the games we are going to set the students. This is a word search on the left, and on the right, we have the map quiz with audio and with the images to give students enough input for them to achieve the game. So now focusing on the students' actions, the students will get in pairs or trios and write the definitions of art. The students share the definitions with the class orally, and then they discuss in pairs or trios what traditional and untraditional art forms are. And the students will play the game, have fun, and learn at the same time.
Okay. Now is the turn of the untraditional art forms. During the production stage of the class, we are going to provide the students with a QR code, which was designed using Canva. That QR code gives them access to an article on an American artist who has become quite famous because he obviously is an artist on dirty card art. So the article is about the story on how he became so popular. His first attempts to draw with his fingers to his now very famous reproductions. After reading the article, the students are going to be asked to choose the best answer for several questions. This particular questionnaire was created with TWI. After that, we are going to share their answers with a bigger group. Then we are going to be focusing on another untraditional art form. We are going to be reading a definition on body fluid art. This particular resource was also designed with Canva. So the students are supposed to read the definition and then discuss in small groups, preferably pairs or trios, how they feel about that, share their thoughts, their feelings, their opinions about such a particular art form. Finally, the students are going to be assigned some homework. This particular homework was prepared adapting an activity from Living Uruguay 5. They are supposed to be looking for information on one particular untraditional art form and complete a chart. Let's see the activities.
In this slide, we are going to show the designs.
So here is the QR to get to the article. And we have some examples on the ABCD questions. This was the activity created using Canva and TWI. This slide is the definition of body fluid art and was also created with Canva. And finally, this would be the last activity of the class. This is the homework. There you see the 4 untraditional art forms that students can choose from to learn some information and interesting facts about only one of them. Finally, these are the references, the resources we consulted to create this class.
Well, thanks for hearing and watching, and it was a pleasure to work with Adriana and, well, to try to up our lessons in this course, upping our lessons to make more attractive lessons for our students.
Yeah, we have learned a lot and we have enjoyed this experience completely. It has been a wonderful ride.
And thanks for that, for the time, the support, and all the motivation. Bye-bye.
Thank you.